Oh, got it. That is awesome.
That's what we're looking for, big, fat, pre-spawner, man.
Sure are.
That's fun right there.
It comes, it happens some when the world gets hard like this.
This week on Trophy Fish Hunter, top-notch guide Jeff Evans and bait rigs tackle owner Tony Brown go trolling for trout on Chequamegon Bay. Then, Scott and I head down to the Texas coast to wrangle up some redfish at the Bay Flats Lodge. We've got an action-packed show for you. Trophy Fish Hunter starts right now.
I'm Jeff Evans and welcome to this segment of the Trophy Fish Hunter. I'm joined today by my good friend Tony Brown from Bait Rigs Tackle Company, and we're on Chequamegon Bay in Ashland, Wisconsin. We had a really long, hard winter here in northern Wisconsin, and the ice just went out of Chequamegon Bay less than a week ago. It's the second week of May. We've got a northeast wind coming off of the big lake, so it's really going to be all about finding smelt today. The reason being is all the fish in Lake Superior and Chequamegon Bay follow those smelt in as they spawn in the springtime. I don't even know exactly what we're going to go after. We could troll for trout and salmon. We might even try some smallmouth bass fishing. So why don't you stay tuned, follow me, and hopefully we'll get into some fish. All right, good job, Tony. Here's our first fish of the day. That's a Lake Superior coho. It's not a big one, but it's legal to keep and they're excellent to eat. So we're gonna take that one home with us. But it's a start. We got that in 7 feet of water on the XRM, trolling at about 2.5 miles per hour. And that came on the outside board, which isn't surprising. The water's pretty clear right now. Usually like a little more color to it. So my guess is that outside board is probably going to be the ticket. Let's get another one, Tony. Great way to get kids going early in the season because there's a lot of action with these trout and salmon. You can spend some time searching for them, but when you get into them, there's usually a bunch of them. There we go, Tony. That's another nice brown. That's the second one we've caught. We found some dirtier water, so it's a little bit warmer, and it's obviously holding fish. When you get into them, it's fast and furious. It's a sea forellin strain fish that they've been stocking really aggressively out here for the past several years. You can see the clipped adipose fin in the back. And we've got a lot of these fish out here right now, and even some really big fish. The ice fishing guys were getting them 8 to 10 pounds even this winter. So this has become a really fun fishery to take advantage of, especially in the spring, early in the year when they're up shallow.
Yep.
Tony's been out here the past several days getting this bite dialed in. What have you been using, Tony?
We've been using the XRM 100 and the XRM 80, and if you look at it, you look at the profile,
You look at the natural colors that it's giving off.
Looks just like a smelt.
Yeah, that's what we've been using. You've been running that BD.
It's that BD 115 developed by Boyd Duckett. We just got a brown on that as well. And that's a good looking bait.
Yeah, it really is.
We just got into a nice group of fish. We found a little bit darker water. It's a little bit warmer, and you'll find these fish will really congregate together this time of year. You may go a while before you get into them, but when you do, be ready because the action's fast.
Trophy Fish Hunter is brought to you by Bay Flats Lodge, Bait Rigs Tackle, America's innovator of fine fishing products, Ashland, Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce, and Bulldog Fishing Rods. Tough as a dog, that ain't no bull.
We talked about how important it is to pay attention to the details when you're trolling. Water temperature is huge, water clarity is huge, boat speed is huge. So when you find those first fish, you really want to pay attention to all those factors, and you just try to keep on duplicating that. And what we're doing is we're running these XRMs and BD baits back 100 feet behind our clip-on boards. And then we set our spread out. You can run clip-on boards like we have here, or other guys will run mast systems. Both ways are both effective. It's kind of whatever you like to do, but both are effective and efficient at catching fish. Go in the bag. Another fish on the XRM. Yeah, this definitely, we're getting this dialed in. There are a ton of cohos right now shallow. We're getting some smaller fish today, but don't be fooled. There's larger fish out here to be sure. You know, and we got a nicer brown, and I'm not going to be surprised if we get into another bigger brown as well. This is the smaller end of the coho size, but they'll get up to 20 inches. That one's going to taste good. The limit on cohos out here is 5 fish, and you'll see that we're keeping these smaller fish. You know, one of the reasons being is that they're not very tough. Once you get them in the boat and you handle them, they don't have a very good chance of living, so we might as well utilize that resource to make great table fare. People absolutely love to eat them. All right. Pretty interesting. All the fish that we're catching, we're going with the wind. It's a small coho.
We just put this out though.
There we go.
We just made a change. We were in some dirtier water and we put that Psycho perch on. It does a little bit more of a shine here.
Yeah, that was a good call, Tony.
We just put this out there.
Another Lake
It's an
Superior
XRM
coho.
100 Psycho perch.
There's another Lake Superior coho. And we are catching all of these fish as we're going with the wind. A lot of times that'll make a big difference. We tried going back into the wind through that spot, didn't get a bite. We turned around and went with the wind, got hit again. Let's get another one, Tone. If you're looking to take advantage of a really fun early season bite, I'm talking end of April, early May, most years. Come up to Ashland, Wisconsin and check out Lake Superior and Chequamegon Bay. Trout, salmon, big smallmouth bass, walleyes, we've got it all here. I think we're gonna wrap up this show on a really good fish. Here we go. Just wrapped up with another nice double, Tony. We're catching them 2 at a time. I think we've done our damage on these guys. I think it's time to go check out some smallmouth bass. What do you think?
I'm all for that.
Key today has been XRM baits and BD baits. Trolling them in shallow water. Early season fishing on Chequamegon Bay is tough to beat. Hope you enjoyed today's segment of the Trophy Fish Hunter. For more information on fishing northern Wisconsin, Lake Superior and Chequamegon Bay, go to jeffevansfishing.com.
Trophy Fish Hunter is brought to you by Team Rhino Outdoors, TH Marine, Power Pole Shallow Water Anchors, and Muskie Armor. On today's episode, Scott and I are right off Matagorda Island. We're here with Captain Harold from Bay Flats Lodge. And Harold, what do we got in store today?
We're gonna do a little fishing for redfish or trout. We're focusing on drift fishing today, throwing lures in the back lake system of Matagorda Island. Show the folks how it's done in our neck of the woods. Junior! Junior!
Got one.
Come on!
It's a nice little one.
Come on now!
He swallowed it.
Nice, Scott. Mullet Junior, that color, boy, you're right. That's it.
All right, go get bigger.
I don't know if the bigger ones don't want to or what the deal is. I'm assuming. Full.
Harold, you're right. Drifting over this.
Yeah.
Tell us what we're doing here.
Well, you know, we saw these fish when we ran through here a little bit earlier, and we saw some better fish, and it was just, I hated to leave them and see if we could catch any keepers, but so far the bites that we've had have been smaller ones that are wanting to eat, and not the bigger fish, but they can't resist that little plug, that little topwater bait, that reaction strike topwater bait. And it may be a feed strike, or it may just be out of pure frustration and they just want it out of their area. But again, just small redfish. Slot here in Texas, you gotta be 20 to 28, and these are what we call rat redfish. Pretty fish though. They'll get big one day. Yeah, a little bit about this bait that I just had a redfish on. A reaction strike topwater bait. It's always good to have a silver or light colored bottom imitating the bait fish. And as far as working the bait, you know, we're just twitching the rod and trying to get the bait to go side to side. They'll walk the dog, kind of retrieve, giving the action of a wounded bait fish, and pull that redfish right in with a good bait. Worked really, really well, and I really like the size of the bait because that's more what the redfish are feeding on. It's not an oversized bait, and but it's more like a, I want to call it an appetizer, just about the right size to get one in their mouth.
Trophy Fish Hunters brought to you by Reaction Strike, Katana Hooks, BD Baits, and Castaic, the original swim bait company.
We're glad to have you here at Bay Flats. Bay Flats has been here in the lodging industry since '01, and the guide service has been in Seadrift since 1996. We're pretty well known for the inshore fishing for trout and redfish. Targeting trout and redfish today, mainly redfish, and hope to get in a little bit of action.
He hit it hard.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, do you see all those other fish heads, guy?
That's fun right there.
Yeah, boy. Come on now. Those boys are hanging out right there, weren't they?
Yep. Him and his buddies. Man, he really hit that spoon, that new weedless spoon that Reaction Strike has. That's really good. He hit it hard too.
And then all those other dudes hit the top.
He's a pretty fish.
Yeah.
Got the double dot. He was schooling with a bunch of his buddies, I think. All right, he was fun. Yeah. This one's putting up a little fight.
Go for the little lipstick on or something.
They're loving that silver spoon.
Oh man. Silver spoon's a gem.
That's right. If I was stranded on an island, that's about what I'd like. That and the gold one. That's another pretty fish.
This back area is just grass beds throughout. I mean, there's no other structure out here but grass. But what you'll find is, as the grass starts to die off, in certain areas, you're going to have some potholes.
Take a look at
Those
that.
potholes are ambush points for predator fish. They're waiting for a bait fish to come by, or in this case, a spoon, which is imitating a bait fish. They stay on the edge of those potholes, and that's their opportunity to pick off that bait.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you said there. They were just waiting for the Reaction Strike weedless spoon. That's funny.
I love when the sun hits these things.
Oh, dude. That's great.
Pretty. All right. Go get your brothers and sisters.
Way to go, buddy.
That was good.
That's good, man.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So we're using these Bulldog rods today.
And man, these things, you can chunk them a mile. It's got the microwave guide system, and we really like that because it's a unique design. But instead of just being an open, big eyelet here, it's got that smaller eyelet. That just makes it where it's tighter when you cast it. And man, we've been able to chunk them pretty far today. We've been against the wind, with the wind, and really liking the action today on these Bulldog rods. Nice.
Nice job, Jay.
Yeah, man. Fun. Captain Harold said, hey, let's go drift back over this again. I think we missed some. He was right.
That's a good red.
That is a good red.
That is a nice red. And got it on something different today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Change that color up a little bit.
Yep. What is that? The salt and pepper?
There's a salt and pepper.
Mullet Junior?
Salt and pepper mullet junior.
When the water's clear,
Yeah.
color like that does a real good job.
Yeah, man. Hey, fantastic day. What a day we've had out here on the water with Captain Harold from Bay Flats Lodge. Man, just a fun day. We've got into some reds, a few speckled trout. Man, it's just been a great day. What a fun way to finish. So thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you next time on Trophy Fish Hunter.